Today we're getting into the latest Tesla news, including how to get a new Tesla for under $30,000, new Cybertruck leaks, Tesla's reduced tax credits, and more, so let's get into it. First up today, Tesla is launching their app version 4.23, and it's hinting at a couple exciting future features. First is a small change. Tesla is updating the logo for the app to be a lighter shade of red with a smaller logo. On top of that, the reset Tesla profile screen has received a UI update. It now also provides a description of what your Tesla profile does. Quick links are updated in the service and roadside assistance pages, and there are minor fixes, but the big one is Airplay. Tesla has added references to Apple Airplay in the Tesla app, and while this feature isn't in the app yet, it means that Tesla is working on it. Quote, "This update adds a reference to Apple's Airplay technology that allows audio and video streaming from an Apple device to supported hardware such as a TV. This would allow you to stream higher quality audio and, in theory, video content to your vehicle. Elon Musk hinted at this feature coming in the past, and it would be a great way to get higher quality streaming into these cars. Right now they have amazing sound systems, but are sometimes limited by Spotify or Bluetooth streaming quality. Airplay would work around this. Right now it's just a reference to this feature in the app, but Not a Tesla app notes it as a future feature that will arrive worldwide on all models. I'd love to see this update, and I hope it comes very soon. Next up today, we have a pretty huge update for Tesla's supply chain and the entire EV supply chain. One of the biggest pieces of EV production is the raw materials to make batteries. It's a huge reason why Tesla continues vertically integrating deeper and deeper each year. As they make more cars, they need more raw materials, and as more companies make more EVs, they realize how important this is. Well, over in Norway recently, it was reported that a huge phosphate deposit has been discovered. Quote, "Last month, Norg Mining, an Anglo-Norwegian company, announced it had found massive deposits of all three in southwestern Norway, at least 70 billion tons. This is huge because with rough estimates, it should be enough material to satisfy global demand for EVs and fertilizers for the next 50 years. Quote, "The rock is used to produce phosphorus, a key ingredient in fertilizers. It can also be processed to form phosphoric acid, which can then be used in a wide range of products, from animal feed to lithium iron phosphate batteries, which power solar energy systems and electric cars." At the same time, they also found huge deposits of titanium. As Sandy Munro detailed here, most European countries get their phosphate from China and Russia, so this could help bypass any issues with those countries while creating competition. This could also be a great mine that helps electrify countries all around the world and adds diversity into the raw material ecosystem, leading to a cheaper cost across the board. The battery is ultimately the most expensive piece of an electric car, and these developments could help bring down cost of future EVs while keeping them qualifying for the US federal tax credit. It also means that EV production won't be solely reliant on a very small number of countries providing the raw material. Long term, the goal is that we're recycling EV batteries to make new ones and not necessarily needing to mine, but we're still a long ways away from that point. For the immediate future, we'll need these materials and lots of them. Then, when these batteries run their life, they'll be recycled by companies like Redwood Materials into brand new battery packs. Overall, this is huge news for Tesla and future EVs. Next up today, Cybertruck bodies in white have been spotted at Giga Texas. This truck is expected to be shipping this summer with a delivery event planned for around the end of Q3, and Tesla has told suppliers to be ready for Cybertruck release candidates in August and production in early October. As this deadline gets closer, we continue to see more leaks. Recently, some images were leaked of production in Gigafactory Texas, where we saw some equipment installations. We've also seen Tesla winter testing it in New Zealand. Now, this image of a couple Tesla Cybertruck bodies in white has been spotted. It was posted on social media and then deleted, but not before a Cybertruck Owners Club forum member saved the picture. Tesla's massive Gigapress has been put to use, but what we don't see is the exoskeleton they've mentioned on their website since the beginning. The website says Cybertruck is built with an exterior shell made for ultimate durability and passenger protection. Starting with a nearly impenetrable exoskeleton, every component is designed for superior strength and endurance, from ultra-hard 30X cold-rolled stainless steel structural skin to Tesla armor glass. These casts look like the casts for their other vehicles though, so some are wondering if this exoskeleton is actually going to be something that ships on this truck. Right now it looks like the body is going to be attached to the internal skeleton like the rest of their vehicles. Either that or these images are showing us something different than we're thinking. Of course, we're going to keep seeing leaks like this as we approach production, so that's something to look out for. Next up today, Carvana has released their top 10 best-selling used EVs in 2023 so far, and 3 of Tesla's lineup made the list. This shouldn't come as too much of a surprise since Tesla was one of the first companies to mass-produce EVs. Because of that, there are more used Teslas available now, but it's good to see that they're still in demand. Carvana is an online-only retailer that buys and sells cars, and you may have seen their patented car vending machines that fulfill customer orders. They sold their first all-electric car in 2013, shortly after the Model S hit the market, and sold their first Tesla model in 2014. Since then, of course, they've seen demand for EVs skyrocket. Over the last 5 years, their total EV sales have grown by 786%. So in addition to consumers gaining interest in buying used EVs, there's an increased interest in obtaining them online. According to a recent study from Cox Automotive, over 51% of consumers are now considering buying an EV, either used or new, within the next year. That's up from 38% in 2021. Of that 51%, 87% are open to buying online, whereas only 73% of new ICE buyers are. So which cars are the most popular? Carvana has sold 46 different EV makes and models, making it the largest online used EV retailer in the US, and that list is still growing. From January through June this year, the most popular car sold was the Model 3, which took first place for the 3rd year in a row. It was followed by the Nissan Leaf, BMW i3, and Chevy Volt. Then the Model Y was in 5th, and the Model S 6th, followed by the Volkswagen e-Golf, Chevy Bolt EV, Ford Mustang Mach-E, and Chevy Spark. Several of these models have been discontinued or are going to be soon. BMW ended production of the i3 last year, Volkswagen has stopped producing the e-Golf to focus on its ID EVs, and GM shifted production of the Volt to the Bolt several years ago. GM also announced earlier this year that they would be ending production of the Bolt EV and EUV2 to focus on their Ultium-based EVs. With all of these automakers in flux, I expect Tesla will continue to be on this list for at least the next couple years. We should expect to see the Ioniq 5, Kia EV6, and Volkswagen ID4 rise in popularity as more of those used options become available, though. Something that could contribute to the rise in popularity of used EVs is their price tag. That's the #1 criteria for a majority of used car shoppers, and used EVs have steadily become more and more affordable over the last few months. The Model 3 is down 30% from where it was last year after Tesla's big price drop, and that has started a trend across the industry. According to a study from IC Cars, quote, electric vehicle prices are collapsing even as overall used car prices stabilize. June saw used EV prices drop 29.5% from a year earlier, after falling 28.9% in May, 24% in April, and 16.8% in March. IC Cars analyzed over 1.8 million 1 to 5 year old used cars to identify the latest used car pricing trends. As you may expect, Tesla has a lot of pull when it comes to EV pricing, since they have such a large market share compared to other EV makers. Tesla cutting their new vehicle prices has impacted the price of their used EVs as well, so that explains, at least in part, why we're seeing this increased popularity. Next up today, some new reports are showing just how affordable a Tesla can be for buyers, some coming in under $30,000. So I want to break that down if you're in the market and detail how to get one as affordable as possible. First off is the price of the car from Tesla. The Model 3 is their cheapest vehicle, coming in at $40,240 to start, but right now Tesla is offering some pretty steep discounts for vehicles in inventory. This is likely because of a refresh on the way soon for this car, but here's an example of a Model 3 normally configured up to $44,240 on sale in Tesla's inventory for $41,590. We'll use this as an example because this is their cheapest vehicle, but this could be applied to many of their other trims. The first discount available beyond that, and on new cars in general, is through Tesla's referral program. If a friend of yours owns a Tesla, you can obtain their referral link, receive 3 months of FSD for free, and a $500 discount on the purchase of a Model 3 or Model Y. My link is in the description below, but every owner is a part of this program by default, and referrers get points in return. Right there, that's $500 off on top of inventory discounts, and all it takes is buying through a referral link. If you've ordered already, then you can usually have your Tesla advisor assign a referral link after the fact, assuming you haven't paid, signed everything, or taken delivery yet. Then comes the federal tax credit. Quote, on January 1st, 2023, the Inflation Reduction Act of 2022 qualified certain electric vehicles for a tax credit of up to $7,500. There are qualifications required here like MSRP caps, age CGI limitations and more, so it's something you need to research personally, but it could save you $7,500 off of your tax liability at the end of the year. In turn, that translates to big savings over buying a different car. However, this doesn't end here. Many states have their own programs that can be stacked with this, the referral credit, and an inventory vehicle. In California, you can get a $2,500 rebate with income considerations. In Colorado, you can get $2,500 toward the purchase of an EV, or up to $5,500 up front through Excel. In Connecticut, you can get $2,000 towards the purchase of an EV, and they have a rebate program that offers up to $4,250. Delaware has $3,000 rebates. Maryland has a rebate that caps at $3,000 and 40% off the cost of a charger install. Massachusetts offers $2,500 for EVs. Oregon has $2,500 cash rebates, and New York's Drive Clean rebate program offers up to $2,000 off. The biggest one is in New Jersey, offering up to $8,000, and easily getting this car under $30,000. Here's an example detailed by Christopher Dungeon on Twitter. This inventory Model 3 has a price with destination fee of $39,620. In New Jersey, with a $4,000 rebate, stacked with the $7,500 federal tax credit, you'll essentially pay $28,120 for this car, minus another $500 for the referral credit, bringing it down to $27,620. What's crazier is that there is no sales tax on EVs in New Jersey, so that will essentially be your price out the door. The next place to look for incentives would be your power company, because many utilities will offer you a cash rebate for installing home charging equipment or buying an EV. I received $1,000 from my power company when I bought my Model Y in 2020. For many, this is a pretty incredible opportunity, and the thing is, the federal credit may be changing soon. Tesla has now added a warning below the $7,500 federal tax credit details saying, available for new Model 3. Reductions to tax credit likely after December 31st. In 2024, the tax credit is changing in a few ways. First is that it will go through a dealership instead of a tax rebate, which is a very welcomed change. On top of that, though, the requirements for critical materials to have been extracted, processed, or recycled in the US or free trade country with the US will go from 40% to 50%. This warning from Tesla seems to indicate that come January 1st, their battery packs may no longer qualify fully. Maybe they're at 45% and can't get to 50% by that deadline. At the same time, battery components go from 50% to 60%, and this could also be the reason here. If this change does happen on that date, as Tesla is warning, then the tax credit would likely shift to $3,750 come 2024, right when it changes from a tax credit to a dealer discount. Ultimately, though, it's unclear what Tesla is saying here. They've issued this warning before, and it functioned as an incentive to drive sales, but then they ended up shifting production to where all Model 3s and Ys qualified fully again. I imagine they will do the same, and that this is a good way for them to push Model 3 inventory out the door prior to the Project Highland refresh. Either way, there may be a transitional period in 2024 where their cars don't fully qualify, so it might make sense, if you're in the market, to order soon. What do you think, though? Is this just an incentive tactic by Tesla, or will Tesla's tax credit be halved in 2024? Leave a comment below to let me know your thoughts. Next up today, Elon Musk has provided a new update for FSD. As we know, Tesla is constantly working on self-driving and is aiming for all of their cars to be capable of robotaxi functionality via a software update in the future. Tesla has had many delays and hurdles here, and we're even seeing them update the hardware, cameras, computers, and more in future cars. Still, the big question is, when will Tesla reach a level of autonomy that doesn't require intense driver monitoring? Recently at an AI conference, Elon Musk said, "In terms of where Tesla is at this stage, I think we are very close to achieving full self-driving without human supervision. This is only speculation, but I think we'll achieve full self-driving, maybe what you would call 4 or 5, I think later this year." The levels he is referring to here come from SAE. Level 4 means the car does not require you to take over, but still can't drive in all scenarios. Level 5, on the other hand, means the car can drive in any situation and won't require a driver. They summarize it pretty well by saying Level 3 is a traffic jam chauffeur, Level 4 is a local driverless taxi, and Level 5 is all of that, but can drive you in all conditions. Currently, Tesla is sitting somewhere around level 2 or 3, since you are absolutely required to take over if the car were to do something wrong. The responsibility is not yet on the system, and this is a level 3 requirement. Obviously, Elon Musk has been promising this for a long time, so what is actually happening here? Well, Tesla has said every car sold since 2016 will be able to drive entirely by itself at a level safer than humans through software updates in the future. Elon has mentioned level 5 SAE or being able to fall asleep or play games in the car, car while it drives for you. But as noted by Electrek, since Tesla released its full self-driving beta, these previously clear goals have become more vague and disappointing. Here, Tesla started being more cautious, promising feature complete or driving safer than humans, but with Elon's recent comments, he seems to be thinking of level 4 or 5. He must see them as the same goal since he has been very positive on FSD's progress. Of course, this system is progressing, which is exciting, but especially with Elon's FSD comments, take them with a large grain of salt. He has been claiming that full autonomy would be coming this year since around 2017 or possibly earlier. It's exciting to see progress, but I give them a 0% chance of getting level 5 true autonomy in the next few months, and especially making the system what is ultimately responsible if the car crashes. That's a huge milestone that immediately would put the responsibility on Tesla and wouldn't require any intervention and could handle any situation. So it's cool to hear an update here, but I think the best thing to do is watch the FSD beta and how that progresses and keep a realistic expectation there. Last up today, Elon Musk has launched a new AI startup that will work closely with Tesla as well as other companies. It's called XAI, and it aims to, quote, understand the universe. It sounds like this new company could be working alongside Tesla on their self-driving efforts as well as the Tesla bot. But the website just says the goal of XAI is to understand the true nature of the universe. As for who's involved, the website lists employees from the University of Toronto, Google, OpenAI, and Tesla, including a former technical program manager for Tesla's supercomputing and machine learning group. It sounds like this company's objective far exceeds that of autonomous driving. Quote, we are a separate company from X Corp, but will work closely with X Twitter, Tesla, and other companies to make progress towards our mission. This isn't Elon's first AI company. He co-founded OpenAI, the creator of ChatGPT. Tesla's former top AI engineer, Andrej Karpathy, subsequently left Tesla and ended up at OpenAI. For various reasons, Elon left OpenAI in 2018, so XAI may be trying to accomplish those original goals. It's unclear how this will impact Tesla's AI efforts and the Tesla bot, but it seems like they'll still be working to create artificial general intelligence, or AGI. It would make sense for Tesla to remain an AI manufacturer while this company works on development, but that hasn't been mentioned. If that's not the case, we may see some similar situation where Tesla's best AI team in the world gets poached by this new company. Right now, many are confused as to why Elon would start this company rather than investing more into Tesla's existing AI efforts. But it's possible there's a good reason that will become clear in the near future. We'll just have to wait and see. That's all the latest Tesla news for today, so in the meantime, if you want to see the leaked Tesla vehicle in Las Vegas, you can check out that video linked up here or in the description below. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.